Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Long time no see, everybody. I know it's been a minute for me. This video, first of all, welcome to the Monique J channel, Let's Be Honest channel. On my Facebook, I'm on Facebook Live. I think I'm streaming on Periscope as well as on YouTube. Definitely hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. If you're watching somewhere else, definitely go visit my YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. This video, as you see, it's titled, we're talking today about the new stimulus package that's just passed. I want to give people an opportunity in the comments to ask any questions, but I'm going to definitely go in and just start talking about what exactly this package means, what everything has been going on in this year, and as far as what affects our finances, how that is going to affect this upcoming tax season, and just much more. Of course, if you know me, I'm a plethora of information. I am a business coach and an entrepreneur, so I have a lot of knowledge in a bunch of different areas. Excuse me, gotta get this hair together. What side am I on? The heck? Okay, there we go. Sorry, y'all. Shout out to Roshan in Chicago, Braids by Roshan, for hooking my hair up. But however, I want to welcome you all to my channel. Welcome you to this live broadcast. I'm going to make a couple adjustments and then I'm going to get to talking. So let's see. Well, as you all know, everything that is done and all of my airings on this channel are brought to you. I'm sorry, boss. Brought to you by Lay Beauty, 66cbd.com, and of course, Monique CEO. This is one of my shirts. So if you see them, it says Faith Walker, and it comes with my signature for my brand on the sleeve. All right. So I know everybody, we have had a lot of stuff go on since the last time that I've talked. We've had an election. We have a new president-elect. Then a lot of people have, been dealing with the possibility of eviction, waiting for this new stimulus package to happen, and just a lot of different things that we have been dealing with. And so I've seen a lot of information out there about just what everything that's going on, how it's going to affect people, what it means that you're getting. And then I've had a lot of questions being asked to me. So for me, it makes it easier to do a video and to give, let me see, I want to make sure. It makes it easy to do a video, and then I can just direct people to the video instead of having them think that I have the time to just answer questions behind questions, and, my time is money. All right. So first thing, so the stimulus package passed, and I wanted to go over just a couple things, what it means. I know everyone sees that it says you're going to get $600 stimulus per adult and child in your family. Now, if you received a stimulus check early when they first handed them out, you know that you did not receive a stimulus if you had a child that was over the age of 17 and that was in college, whatever, and they worked, or if you had a parent or someone who was an adult on your tax return as a dependent, you did not receive a stimulus check for them or a stimulus amount for them. Well, that's going to be the exact same case for this. So and then those children, if your children work and they file their own taxes, because they are claimed on your tax return, they will not get their own stimulus check as well. A lot of how they try to remedy that is if they offered the CARES stimulus to the college students. So anyone who was receiving financial aid, most of the schools, they allowed them to go in and apply or just say that they wanted to get their portion of the CARES Act that they were given to the colleges, and the colleges generally gave each student, if they, financially were showing qualified, a payment. They did it last spring and they did it this fall. So in a sense, that was their stimulus check if you did not receive one for them. So that's basically how that's going to work. How you're going to receive it, of course, is kind of the same thing. If you had a tax refund for tax year 2019 or 18 is the last year you filed and you had direct deposit, it should be direct deposited to you. If for some reason there's a problem with your direct deposit account, and it gets rejected back, then a check is going to be mailed to you. So, and it's going to be mailed to the address, the last known address on a tax return. So if you are someone who has moved since the last time you received a check, it is my suggestion that you go on to the irs.gov and get a change of address form and hurry up and fill it out. I don't know if they have the ability to do it online yet. I haven't checked. But if they do, of course, fill it out online. If not, you need to get it filled out and mailed in, because then the check will be mailed. Of course, it's not going to be mailed out as fast as direct deposit. If you are someone who happens to have the same bank account, but say that bank account, now let me just tell y'all something. Y'all know what I come from, so I speaks to all levels and all walks of life. So I'm just want to say that, and I call this the Let's Be Honest show because I speak honest and speak candidly. So what I'm going to say, I'm saying that to say this. If you are someone that, God forbid, your account has went in the negative, your account is still technically open. Most banks will keep your account open for 6 months, even though your account is in the negative, because they hope that a deposit is going to come into it to help swallow up whatever negative amount you owe them. So I just want you to know that if you have an account right now that was the account your money went to and it's in the negative, um, your direct deposit is going to get sent there. And understand, even though the bank has told you that that account is closed and this and that, and you can't really use it, when they see that deposit come in, they're going to open it up to get their money. Now, of course, whatever over that you receive that is more than the negative that your account is in, then they're required to refund that to you. But the reality of it is, you do owe them the money. So just wanted to say that in regards to the stimulus check. If you come in on this video, like I said, I have comment section on my YouTube, but I'm going to pull up my comment section on my, let me hold on 1 second, guys. My comment section on my Facebook as well, so that you guys are able to go ahead and ask any questions you may have. No, I don't want that one. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm just doing, me, trying to do my branding. Take that off. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got one more that I need to put. No, that's not it. Why do I keep choosing that? Okay. Taking it off. Y'all see it in the background. 66 CBD, y'all. Okay. So that's that on the stimulus checks. Let me see if I'm able to pull up my Facebook. Hold on. Oh, why do I got this boy on here? Apologize, anybody who's watching, but I'm trying to see what's going on. Okay. So anyway, so we're going to deal with that. So any questions, anything? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing my live going to my Facebook. I don't know if it's on my personal, on my business page or what, but just let me check. Maybe live on there. Not sure. Okay, it's not. Can you I don't. However, I'm not gonna take time because I hate for people to do that. I hate for people to be on their YouTube and start out their video and they don't have their stuff together. So let me not do that. Let me go ahead and continue on with what I was doing. So anywho, so we're speaking on that. So I spoke about that, about the checks. So the next thing I know everyone was worrying about or speaking about is the unemployment and how was that going to work in regards to what they were giving extra unemployment. Well, if you got it the unemployment early in the year when they were giving out the extra, it was $600 extra a week on top of what you already were entitled to for unemployment. Well, it's going to be $300 extra per week entitled on top of what you were entitled to for unemployment. It's not retroactive, so it's not going to go back till I think July when it stopped in the first place. It's going to start. I want to make sure I get the exact date. Um, it's starting on I think it's December. I want to say you can start seeing it as early as December 27th. Now, it is only going to be paid out through March as of now. Of course, when the president-elect comes in, and if he decides, or the new Congress, because we're not sure if Congress is going to be, which party is going to be leading it at that time. So, of course, because the Democrats were running the House, and you saw a lot of the bill that they presented and passed, but of course, it didn't pass Congress because it's a Republican Congress at this current time. There is a possibility that if there are two seats that could probably flip Congress, y'all, I'm into politics too, so there are two seats out there that could probably flip Congress to Democrat. If that happens, then there's a chance that if any other packages or anything that's out there, it's going to reflect what the Democrats in the House had wanted and voted for in this year. So what that basically means is this stuff is going to be good for unemployment. I think it's through the end. It's like March 26th or March 31st is where that extra $300 will be added on to what you already have. I'm going to write unemployment down because I want to come back to that and let you guys know just what's going on and how everybody who received unemployment, how that could possibly affect your upcoming tax season. So that's the case with the unemployment. I really wish I could see where everybody, if I was streaming live on my YouTube, but I mean, not YouTube, on my Facebook, because I can't see questions and comments. But wherever you're at, leave a comment. If you're on my Facebook and I can't see you, leave your comment, ask your question. I will come back after I record and answer each and every question directly. I'm going to try to touch on as much as people have called me about, just in hopes that I'm answering your question just off the jump without seeing it. So, of course, we have so I went over the $300 for the unemployment. So that is going to begin this week. I think it's the 20th, start as early as the 27th. And it is going to go out through March. Okay. Also, if you have any small business owners or business owners. Now, I kind of want to talk on that because I know that a lot of people went ballistic with wanting to start a business, talking about you got a business, putting on paper you got a business because you were trying to get either money from that Paycheck Protection Program or the SBA loans. I'm going to just tell y'all, if you don't legitimately have a business, that business was not functioning in 2019 or as early as late as January 31st of 2020, and you apply and you have gotten this money, or you're applying for this money saying that you have a business and you've gotten it, or you may possibly get it, I just want to let y'all know you lying, and that's fraud, and that's federal fraud, and that's wire fraud. And I just would not suggest that you do it, especially, I just would, it's not right. I wouldn't do it. You're not entitled to it. You, on one hand, a lot of people are collecting benefits from the government saying you don't work at all. And then on the other hand, you come back to get money and get loans and get this stuff. You saying you got a business. I'm just saying, how much sense would that make when all the money comes from the government? So I just want to put that out there. So what will happen is they have also allotted of the $900 billion in this stimulus and this care package. There's going to be $284 billion that is allotted specifically for the Paycheck Protection Program. If you are in business and you took advantage of the Paycheck Protection Program, you know what that means. It's basically you're going to need to show that, hey, this pandemic has negatively affected your business and your business income. You're going to have to show what you were making prior. And definitely, and that's going to be what you should be having to provide is going to be a quarterly tax filing or whatever documents that they request showing that you were, in business and how much your actual payroll is. A lot of people lying, saying they got employees, saying all kind of stuff to get money. Hey, that's between you and the Lord and the government and the legal system. But I'm just telling you, as Moe the Tax Pro, I wouldn't suggest it, especially a lot of the people, you're not even getting the money to help actually sustain your life and your family. A lot of people are getting it to go give it right back to the people who you saying don't treat you right anyway. Just keeping it real, shopping in their stores, because most of them you ain't shopping to support your own culture or whatever it is. So, but that's definitely going to come back. They haven't allotted for sure exactly how that's going to be done, how many weeks it's going to cover, how much is going to be forgivable, what are the criteria for it being forgivable, and what is going to be the easy forgivable amount. Because if you got it this last time, if you got under $50,000, it was kind of a basic form that you needed to fill out to show where your money was spent, how the money was spent, and that it fit within the guidelines to be forgiven. So I will give a little bit more update on that when I find out more information, but that's basically what's coming back. The things that are going to affect most of the common people is what I'm going to address. The vaccine development stuff, I mean, you pray that they developing it right so that people who get the vaccine don't be walking around here with 2 and 3 heads or whatever, but to each his own. I'm not talking about that. There's going to be 25 billion that's going to be allotted to rental assistance programs. So what that means is there are going to be programs out there to help those who have had a problem paying their rent, to try to apply to get help paying their rent. Now, what does that mean? That means you're going to have to do some work. You're probably going to need to have to reach out to your counties. You're going to need to have to reach out to your local community nonprofits. A lot of them will probably have help or information regarding how to get the rental assistance. Now, the eviction moratorium, evictions were not allowed and had not been allowed. Well, that was going to expire at the end of this year. So on the 31st, that moratorium has been extended out till January 31st. So what does that mean? That just means that if you have not been paying your rent, and you are in eviction or should be in eviction and they cannot put you out, they will be working and moving to put you out as of January 31st. So what my suggestion would be is if you get this stimulus, which we know, I'm not at all trying to say $600 is going to cure and save the world, $600 per person, because I know it's not. But what I also know is getting the money and going and spending it in the stores and not trying to go and hopefully make arrangements with your landlord or whatever to see if you can pay something is probably not the answer. So I would reach out now. I would try to do what I could, but you do know, and then apply for that rental assistance. And then hopefully you'll get enough money that you'll be able to, catch yourself up before the eviction moratorium expires. Student loans. The student loan, basically where your tax refund could not be offset due to student loans, that protection is going to expire as of January 31st. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all, ain't no luck that is the date that it expires, because of course most people who get credits and get refunds and get these things, when do you get your refund? Not until late February, because of the tax laws and with them verifying that you qualify for the earned income credit and the education credit and all those credits. So the fact that that expires on January 31st is not a good thing. So what I'm going to say and suggest that if you're someone who your student loan is in default, but of course you were not penalized and you were able to either get your tax refund for this year in 2020, or you contacted them to give it back to you because they kept it, your best bet is to get your student loan stuff repaired, get your loan taken out of default. You can definitely schedule with me at my link is in all my bios, but I do help people with doing that. It is a small fee, it's not large, because I definitely want to help those who can't afford to pay large amounts to get things fixed, or they would be paying their bills anyway. I'm just saying. So you have time to get that fixed and get that student loan taken out of default, so that even if that protection ends on January 31st, you have everything settled and taken care of. You won't have to worry about them offsetting your refund for student loans. So I definitely wanted to go through that. I think that of the main core things that are going to affect most people, I think I've touched on them all. Of course, there's going to be, money's given out for daycare, money's given out for, states to, I think, to help like those essential workers and those like that. They're saying performance venues, because of course a lot of concert venues and stuff had to shut down and haven't made any money. So there's money in there for all of those people as well. And I totally understand, because a lot of businesses have been affected. A lot of people have not didn't have the capability of kind of using the internet and figuring out how to digitally still make money, or how to convert their business to a to-go type of situation. There are a lot of cities and states that, just shutting down stuff, saying you can't eat places, but not giving out money to these people as if they don't feed their families and take care of their life with their business. So there's going to be a lot of, of the money is going to be used for that. Now, I wanted to quickly touch on unemployment, because I know a lot of people been running willy-nilly getting that unemployment and was enjoying that extra $2,400 a month that they were getting for those few months back in the summer, and will definitely be wanting to take advantage of this extra $300. But a lot of you people, what I want you to understand, what that means in the upcoming tax season for you. If whatever amount you've gotten in unemployment, you're going to get a statement called a 1099-G in January. That's going to have the total of what you received. Hold on. It's going to have the total of what you received in unemployment on there. That has to be reported and filed on your income tax return. In addition to whatever you have on W-2s, if you're someone who has a business and you got a paycheck protection loan, and you are stating that the money that you received for that paycheck protection was for to pay you because you work for your business, that is going to be income, because yes, they write off the loan, but that income that they gave you for the amount that you're writing off, it has to be reported as income on your tax return. So that's self-employment income. Of course, in some instances, you may be W-2 employees with your business and paid into the taxes. But what does that mean to you in regards to the unemployment? Whatever total amount you get in unemployment, that is going to boost your adjusted gross income up by whatever that amount is. Now, you're saying, what difference does that make? Okay, great. Or whatever. What that means is, if you're someone who normally makes about $25,000 a year, right? And that's $25,000 of earned income, then of course you're going to get the earned income credit and everything based on $25,000 if you have one or two children or whatever, and you generally probably get a pretty fair refund. But now, if because you were not working, your actual earned income is only, just say, $10,000 or $12,000 because you were only able to work 3 to 4 months of the year. And then the other $14,000, $15,000 came from unemployment. You are only going to receive earned income credit based on the amount of earned income that you had. So if your unemployment is so much that it lowers the amount of earned income credit that you should be receiving, or if your earned income is much lower than what it normally is, which doesn't qualify you for the amount of earned income credit that you normally would get, your refund or your credits, especially earned income credit, is going to be lower. Okay. So it just, I would say, and I said to people then, when you were getting that extra money, that was kind of like your credit or your refund that you basically get at the end of the year. And a lot of people, of course, needed to use the money for whatever they need to use the money for. And so they weren't thinking about that, about putting it up and saving, because it was an extra $2,400 on top of whatever you were getting for your unemployment. That is going to, some people it can affect in a negative way. Some people's stuff will be exactly the same. I just want everybody to understand that, because I know so many people, that were really, and everybody was excited and it felt good to get that extra money. But if you did not allow them to take federal taxes out of your unemployment, when it comes time for tax season, you may see a difference in the amount of refund that you receive. Just got to put it out there. Want to be honest about it, and hope you be prepared. Don't get prepared to figure out what you gonna do that ain't right, because you can't get right from wrong. So even if you figure something out, and you're gonna end up getting bit in another way. So just don't do it. Take what your losses. You got this extra money earlier in the year, and just figure out a way to take what you get. If you got a good tax preparer, such as me, they will definitely know all of the legal ways to get you, to make sure that you're getting the refund you're entitled to, or if you're generally someone who owes, that you're going to owe as least as possible. Let's see. I know my video is on. I just don't know where, y'all. And I think you got questions. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, I see. I'm able to see it now. It's not going to put no sound. Hold on. I know my video is on. Okay. Thanks. Yes, you should be able to share. If this video is on my Facebook is not public, I will, yeah, it's showing public. So yeah, you should just share it. It should be, the share button should be on there. Does anybody have any questions? So let's see. So I think that was it on the unemployment. Was one of the key things. The student loans, y'all. I keep saying this. I say this all the time. Like I know my purpose in life is to help people and to educate people. And I can't get mad that people don't take the information that is given. But I'm not going to lie. I kind of get frustrated because I hate for people to constantly be complaining about something. And then here I am, most often giving a lot of information for free. And they don't use it. And then they're still complaining about the same situation that could have been remedied if they listened, for the information. So if you're someone who, your student loans are in default, it is, what is it, December the 22nd. You have, it usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get that situation remedied. You can reach out to me, and let's do it. Like I said, my price is reasonable. And I know that if it's something you really want to get taken care of, and for what it will help you to get, is worth the small fee that it costs to do that. Get them student loans out of default. And if you can't afford to pay anything, it's options out there that will help you not pay anything. Okay. Are there any questions for anybody? I think I said stimulus. I did that. That's $600, and I get it. If y'all missed me about who's going to get and who gets $600, just go back, rewind to the beginning of the video. And if you are watching this, no matter where you're watching it at, please do me a favor and head over to my YouTube channel. It's the Monique J channel. It's MoniqueJe channel, and hit the subscribe button. Okay, I'd appreciate it. If you know me, hey Lanya, if you know me, if you don't, if you just watch my videos, you should be able to feel the energy and what my intentions are through how I talk, the information that I provide, and all that stuff. So understand, my goal is really just to help people who usually are withheld knowledge because the goal is to keep them beneath somebody else. My goal is to give that knowledge, sometimes for free, usually for a reasonable price, to help pull those who are generally the underserved or the uneducated or the cheated, the information that they need to change their lives. Because reality is, um, wealth, money, good spirit, all those are things that are needed in order to be successful in life, and definitely in this country. And money talk, BS walk, that's just real talk. A lot of things that we want to do, a lot of things that we want to change are not going to happen if you don't have the capital speaking behind you to have the power. I get it. Everybody wants to be, morally this and morally that. And I live to be morally correct and walk by faith every day. But I'm not a fool to think that that's going to be what gets me to the influence that I want to have in this world, and in the doors that I want to walk in. It's going to take capital as well. So let's figure out how to be smart, make money, build wealth, teach our children early, set our children and our grandchildren and stuff up early, so that wealth does not seem like something that is luck, especially in the Black community. For me, wealth is something that is just, first of all, we know we come from kings and queens, and we are the root of it all. So why should we not walk around and start our families, and our families know that being wealthy, being spiritually and morally wealthy are not things that are of luck. Those are things that you are entitled to, because those before you valued the right things and set you up so that if you have the plate in front of you full of food, when you come out and you get the opportunity, it's only on you to decide what you want to eat first and how you want to eat. And that's what we should be focusing on. And that's definitely what my goal is in everything that I do, is to try to promote generational wealth. I hate that it's like, in especially in the Black community, how we feel like if we set our children up, or if a parent sets their children up and has, wealth and stocks and all these different things, and now their children don't have to necessarily take the bumps and the bruises that the parents had to take, that's something wrong with that. No, that means they had a smart parent, and hopefully they're going to set their children and keep it going and going and going. We are the only people that I know of that put each other down when life is easier, because of the choices that those before us made. Anybody else, all the other cultures, we think, oh, that's just the way they're supposed to be. Yeah, they got money because, their parents had money, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But when it happens for us in our community, we act like that's like a scarlet letter or something that we should be ashamed of. No, I'm keeping it real with y'all. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm teaching my daughter, have been teaching her since the beginning to build wealth and be spiritually and morally good, because I want, when she steps out and when she graduates from college and how she's had a good life up until then, to be able to continue to have that good life. When I leave here, leave her something, have something sitting there that she's established for herself, as well as what I have that she can carry on and pass on to her children and their children, and keep moving forward, where we will be looked at as one of those wealthy families in this community, in the world, or whatever the case may be. That's my goal, and that should be most of our goals, because first of all, hey, it wasn't a crystal stair for us, and so why should we sit here and keep complaining, as opposed to doing what we need to do to grow and to change? Do better, know better, learn better. You can be better. All right. So Hey, Holly, look, I hate to say, I always say we try to get the cart before the horse. And, all of that stuff will come, but you can't sustain those things that we want to use to show and flash and show that we've arrived if you don't have a cushion, if you don't have a continued source that's going to support the lifestyle and the life that you want. The way to do that is to become financially literate, learn different ways to make money, have multiple streams of income coming in so that when one thing isn't working going as good for you, you still have money coming in from other places, and all the streams don't even necessarily take your effort or your work. It just takes being smart, getting the information that you need to get, applying that information one time, and then it can open up the opportunity for wealth beyond your desires or your dreams. Okay? So I'm going to end. I think I'm at 36 minutes now. Everywhere in the description, you're going to, matter of fact, I forgot because I forgot to take mine. So y'all see, hold on one second, y'all, because I take 1 tablespoon of this every day. It's a liquid vitamin, NutriBurst, 10 vitamins. Can you see? 10 vitamins, 72 minerals. Taking this daily, this how I'm working to keep, along with other things, but helping to keep my immune system, keep myself healthy. Vitamins and things are good for out in these pandemic streets. You need to do what you can. So if you want to know about how you can get you some NutriBurst, definitely check out the link in my description, as well as just DM me. I'll get you a sample out there, get you going, keeps you energized in the morning. So, all right. Anybody got questions? Definitely put them in the comments. I'll come back to answer them. Definitely support. Go visit 66cbd.net and Lay Beauty, which you see it at the bottom of the screen, LAYEbeauty.com. Both businesses are having a holiday sale going on right now. Just got to use code holidays. One business, 66, you save 10%. Lay Beauty, you save 15% on your orders through December 26th. Of course, 66 is going to help be promoting with health and wellness as well. My thing is health and wealth. That's what I'm about. Building good health and building some money in your pocket. Check them out. Check me out. Visit my links. I'm here to help however I can. You can continue to just take the information from the free videos. It's short, sweet. I'm not going to go in depth too much, or you can schedule some one-on-one time. You can enroll in my academy, in my savings club. There's so many different things and avenues that I have out there that fit all budgets, that will give you the opportunity to start building better health and better wealth for you and your family. So I wish you all, because this will probably be my last live before everyone else's holiday this weekend. But I want to wish you all just a happy holiday season, a happy life. I want to wish you all good health. I want to wish you all peace. I want to wish you all love, laughter, because that is important, and just an ability to open up your thinking, to change your thinking so that you can change your outcome. All right, God bless you guys. Be sure to subscribe. Feel free to share this video. It has some great information. Thank you in advance, and see you next time.